Hey guys, it is Christian here, and today we are doing another ranking video. We are doing a ranking of all 14 theatrical released animated films of 2019. So if you're new here, please like and subscribe, comment in the discussion section, and tell me your ranking of all 14 of these movies. Which ones do you love, which ones do you hate, which ones are kind of in between. So as I said in the intro, these are only going to be the animated movies that were released theatrically and wide. So nothing like Klaus or I Lost My Body or anything like that. I have seen Klaus though, so I'm going to tell you where it would have gone. Probably between my number 2 and my number 1. Which are these? You're about to find out. This list might be a little bit predictable, so just hang on there. But this is just my list. It's not the best list, but here it is. Here's my list. Coming in last place is Arctic Dogs. This movie is atrocious in every single way. The writing is beyond horrible. The animation is cheap, and it could even glitch out. I mean, and it could even glitch out. The characters are so hateable, and they even rip off other characters. So overall, and it's also not funny. I didn't laugh once. So overall, this movie sucks. If you like it though, that's fine. But I just couldn't like it at all. Going in at number 13 is Playmobil the movie. This movie is atrocious in every single way, except for the animation. The animation is actually quite decent. The story is the Lego movie, but worse. And the characters suck. The humor sucks. Everything about this movie is awful in every single way. And number 12 is The Addams Family. This movie was so disappointing. I mean, and this is how you do an Addams Family movie? No, it is not. I mean, the story was beyond bland and boring. Same thing with the characters. I gave this movie too much credit back then. This movie is bad. The animation is a mixed bag. Sometimes it could look good, other times it could look disturbing and look like 3D Big Mouth. So this movie is not a good one. Not a good one. Coming in at number 11, I believe this is number 11, is the Ugly Dolls movie. This movie is so bland. I mean, it has such an unoriginal story with a hypocritical message, with unlikable characters and forgettable songs, and decent animation, colorful animation. But it's a ripoff of 2016's Trolls, and that movie wasn't even that great. But this movie is even worse than Trolls. Coming in at number 10 is going to be... This worst list was kind of predictable, but it's going to be Wonder Park. Wonder Park also has nice animation, but everything about it is just bad. I mean, the writing's bad, the humor's bad, the characters are bad. And it's so mean-spirited. You're supposed to see a colorful land, but what you see is a dystopian world, and it's just mean-spirited in every single way, and it's not a good movie. This next one, number 9, might be a little bit of an unpopular opinion, but I just thought it was a mediocre movie, and that's Spies in Disguise. This movie the writing was very bad. Sometimes the joke could land one or two, but this movie's kind of just an excuse to turn Will Smith into a pigeon. The animation, again, looks good, but the characters are bland, so overall this one wasn't really one I could really like that much. Coming at number 8, it's probably my most overrated animated movie of 2019. Not to say that's a bad movie, but an overrated movie, and that's Abominable. Abominable, I thought it was just very bland, with bland characters and bland story. The animation's beautiful, but there's nothing really else that I really love about this movie besides the animation. Coming in at number 7 is going to be all these movies from here to now are movies that I do quite like a little bit. But so they're like average to good to amazing. But coming in at number 7 is going to be Secret Life of Pets 2. This movie is pretty good. Not really. The story, it's basically 3 mini movies, but they come together at the end, and I didn't really think they came together quite good. The humor's alright. The characters are likable and charming, except for Max. Max was a little bland. But the animation doesn't really do anything new, so that's kind of lower here. But overall, it's an enjoyable little family film. At number 6, we have the Angry Birds movie 2. I think this movie had suffered from weak writing and weak characters, but still had the great animation, and it was a very funny movie in my opinion. But if you hate it, that's okay. I know Ryan O'Toole didn't really like this movie. A lot of people do, but I'm kind of in that middle position. I don't hate it, but I don't really love it either. We're in top 5 territory. This is the 5 best of them. Coming at number 5 is going to be a Lego Movie 2, the second part. This one was just so... the writing was a little weak, it's not the characters, but it had beautiful animation. And some of the characters, while enjoyable, they didn't really do anything new with them. But this movie is pretty good. Coming in at number 4 is Missing Link. Missing Link had beautiful animation, but the story was alright. I mean, it was a little predictable and stuff. And the characters are not that great in the beginning, but overall, this was a decent movie. And number 3, number 3 is Frozen 2. Oh, this was a good sequel. Oh, with beautiful animation and great humor, and some of the characters were great. Where my issues came about was the weak story and Kristoff. Well, also the songs were great. So while this was a good, and I didn't really think it was that interesting in the beginning, but it got better as it went along. So I like this movie, but I do think it's my least favorite of the revival era of Disney movies. Number 2 is How to Train Your Dragon 3: The Hidden World. I thought this movie was a perfect ending to the franchise. And so if they want to make a 4th one, like, why would you want to do that? The ending's just so perfect, so you don't need to ruin it. But the animation's gorgeous. The story's good. It's funny. It has great characters. So overall, everything about this movie was good. So yeah, number 1 is probably no surprise, but I'm gonna say it another way, and that is Toy Story 4. This movie had beautiful animation and it was very funny. It had amazing story, amazing characters. This movie was perfect. It's in every single way. Some people thought it was average. That's okay, but I just loved it, and it was my favorite animated movie, theatrically released animated movie of the year. And also my favorite one out of everything, even out of the streaming movies and the direct-to-digital ones and the Fathom events. This one was the best one out of all of them. So that was my list of the top of my ranking of all 14 animated films of 2019. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.